Morning you guys, it's Karen and I am here to do a favourites. It's been quite some months before I've showed you favourites, and the way I get my favourites together is if I enjoy something on the first use, I jot it down in my book. I've got my little notebook here and I put question mark beside it, and then when I write something else down, I'll have a look at the list and wait until there's enough items on there that I'm like, yeah, it's definitely a favourite. So like a self tanner, for example, I'll use it and love it, put it in here as a question mark, and then wait and see how it fades, and if it, you know, comes off patchy, etc., then I might go and cross it out. So these are all bona fide favourites. I've got hair care, nails, makeup, and some self-tan, a little bit of skincare, not very much. A quick thank you. I just want to say thank you for bearing with me. This is a really difficult time, as you know, and it's got a little bit more difficult with Watson, my dog, has been very ill. He's finally had surgery and been confirmed as having inflammatory bowel disease, but he's also now got a lump on his chest, and that's not looking hopeful. We find out in the next few days, so we might need more surgery. So you guys have been amazing in, you know, being gentle with your comments and telling me it's okay, however much or little I post and what I post, etc. What I found is I'm doing more videos like this, like hauls and favourites and things that don't require me to do too much research beforehand. But I am intending on doing the LED lamp. I need to do the current body one and also the care lamps one, because they're both really, really good. And so I will be doing those videos for you as soon as my brain is in a place to get the notes together. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you so much for your understanding. And if you're interested in how I'm doing since my dad died, I have done, I think, 3 videos now over on my other channel, Life as a Zebra, and I will hopefully film another one today. First, let's talk about hair product, and it's this. It's an odd looking thing. This is by Jinri, J-I-N-R-I, and this is on Amazon, but this one was sent to me. And so I wanted to tell you about that because I get a lot of emails asking me, it will be something on Amazon or something on Alibaba or just random companies, and they'll say, we'd love to send you a product and can you in exchange do a video? And so I always reply to those and say, well, if I'm not interested, I just say no. But if it's something that I'm like, I would maybe be interested, I'll reply and say, thank you very much. Unfortunately, I can't offer you a video, a dedicated video, or even a mention in a video until such times as I've tried the product, because it doesn't make any sense. Like, I can't promise you I'm going to do a video if I get it and it doesn't work, you know. And so normally that's the point, I don't hear any more from them. But with this company, they came back and said, that's absolutely fine, we'd love to send it to you anyway. And when that happens, I'm always surprised, but pleasantly surprised, because I think, well, they must have confidence in their product. So I had a look at the video of this being used on Amazon, and I thought, well, she's making it look quite easy. That can sometimes look easy and it's not actually easy in practice, but I'll give it a go. I've been upfront and honest with them and told them if it doesn't work for me, I won't be mentioning it at all. So anyway, I got it and I was like, right, let me just give it a quick try, because I was literally about to go out and I thought, just for a dog walk, and I thought, let me just try it, and I was like, oh, that looks like it's going to be quite good. So I used it the following morning to do my hair, which was what you saw in the last videos. The 2 last videos with my curly hair was done using this. And it is as easy as it looks. It is, my hair didn't get tangled in this at all. That's what my husband thought would happen. He looked at it and he said, well, that's a disaster waiting to happen. He thought he was going to end up having to like cut my hair out of it or something, but it didn't get tangled in it at all. It's not one of those things that there's a huge learning curve. Like, I would say this is easier to use than my Fabulous big hair. You know, that took me longer to get to grips with. And the other thing was, I had put this on Instagram and Facebook and said how amazing I thought it was. And somebody said, hopefully your curls will last till tomorrow. And I said, oh, there's no way. My curls never, they last a couple of hours, you know. And I said, if it's still curly tomorrow, I'd be very, very surprised. The following day, my hair was wavy and it wasn't curly, but I had brushed it through with my, I don't have it here, but you know, the detangler type brush, the wet brush, and it was still quite wavy and it still looked quite nice. And again, that's very, very unusual. So I don't know why that would be. I don't know why it would last longer than anything else. And I used it on almost freshly washed hair, which normally I'll use it on, you know, 2-day-old hair or 3-day-old hair, because it's got more sort of grip. What I love specifically about this is you don't have to hold your arms up for so long, and like, it takes me a long time to do this motion to get my hair curled onto the barrel, and I have got tennis elbow and it does hurt, you know. That's why I love curly hair, but I don't do it very often because it's such a long job. Pin it all up, and you know, it takes me a good, maybe nearly an hour, I don't know, it takes me a long time. Anyway, with this is so much quicker, because you just take a piece of your hair, put it in, press the button, and then wait. And yeah, really, really like this. So some of you have asked for a tutorial, so let me know if you want me to do a tutorial. I don't know whether, I don't like calling things tutorials because I'm not really an expert, but I can certainly show you me using this before the next time I film. Because I'd only really curl my hair if I was filming, to be honest. Ooh, I forgot to put my lip gloss on. I was going to put some of this Bellini lip gloss to sort of see if it brightened up my dead looking lip. Next is another gadget, and it is a nail drill, and this is just everything I've wanted for a long time. I didn't even know existed. I had a very heavy little box nail drill that I've been using for years, which was a really good drill, but there was two problems with it. One, well, three actually. One, it was really quite heavy. Two, where the nail drill plugged in, it kept falling out, and it meant that it was also a loose connection in here, so it would stop while I was using it. And what was the other one? Oh, maybe it is just two. I can't think what the other issue was. Anyway, it just got to the point where it was driving me crazy. It was getting worse and worse, and I'd be trying to use my drill and it would just pop out of the box, you know. And so I had a look on Amazon what was available. I ordered one that was about £30, which reminds me, this is £30, but I have got a really good 40% off discount code. So this would be an amazing price, because that would be like less than £20. So I'm trying to remember and put the discount code below. If I don't, please let me know. So anyway, I bought a nail drill for £30, and I thought, yeah, that's about what I paid for the last one, so I'm sure it'll be fine. It was a kind of portable one, like a cordless pen, which I thought would be brilliant, but it worked for one time, and in the middle of me using it, it stopped working. So thankfully I'd kept my old drill and I went back to use that, and then ordered this, and I've still kept my old drill just in case, but I've now used this 3 times. It's really, really good. So this is also a portable one, so it's nice and lightweight. You switch it on here, I'll show you. So it's already charged. You can charge it up. You can put it forward and reverse. You can do it both ways. And when I said I've used this 3 times, I've changed my polish twice, because like I said, I take my, did I even say it? I take my gel polish off with these sanding paper ones. I just find that much easier and quicker than sitting with foils on and soaking them off. By the way, let me know, has anybody tried the warm water method? I've seen it about, I haven't actually watched any videos, but let me know if it does work, and I might actually try that. But it's just, I find the whole thing quite relaxing doing my nails, and it takes me a long time, but I'll sit and watch something and, you know, just gently like buff the top off. The reason I don't want to soak them off with acetone a lot of the time is because I use builder gel to extend my nails. I don't think I've got any extended at the moment, but if one of these breaks, I'll use builder gel to extend it, and so I don't want to soak the extension off, if that makes sense. But the other thing I use it for is I use, let me show you, these are the drill bits that come with it, but I also ordered these. I don't know whether you'll be able to see that very well, but I'll show you the little Russian manicure bit that I use. That is it there. This was first used at a salon with me, and so I now use this to do my cuticles, and it's really lovely. It's a really relaxing feeling. Then your cuticles are all nice and soft, and your nails are completely ready for polish. Absolutely love this. And this little one is just so lightweight. And like I said, you can charge it, you don't need to plug it in. I can do it anywhere. Love it, absolutely love it. This one was £60, so I did have to spend a little bit more. There's some things that apply with that, isn't there? You know, where you do have to spend a little bit more to get quality. Okay, that's gadgets. Let me talk skincare and self-tan, and then I'll go on to some makeup items. The first one I want to show you, I actually got a couple of questions from you guys saying what did I think of it, and it's this. This is the Australian Gold SPF 50 High Protection Botanical Sunscreen. This is a mineral sunscreen, and it is tinted, and I friggin' love it, which is typical because it's now apparently been reformulated. But I think I'm going to order another one from Amazon. I think I've got so many SPFs, I just don't know whether I'll get through them all. So that's how it goes on. But I think if I order it from Amazon and it doesn't have a colour choice, then it will be this original one, because they've reformulated it to have a choice of, I think, light and medium, or light, medium and dark. I'm not sure, but there's definitely a choice of colours. And so if you don't get to choose your colour, you're going to be buying this original one. I think some people might prefer the new formula because apparently it's a bit more moisturising. People have found this dry, but I always put some kind of serum on in the morning and then this, and I have loved this. I first mentioned it in a video before I'd got it, and you guys, there was a very mixed review. Some of you were saying it's too cakey to wear on its own, or, you know, unless you're just sitting out in the sun. Some of you found it too drying. Some of you didn't find it easy to use, like to spread. I love this. I just think it goes on and it feels really silky. It feels like a silky matte. I know that doesn't make sense, but my skin feels silky and soft. but it's also quite mattifying. I think it looks lovely under foundation. I used this morning and made sure I used it so that you can see it doesn't affect foundation at all. I just love it. I love everything about this, and I haven't really used any of my others since starting this because I'm like, no, I'm really enjoying using this. So this will definitely be a repurchase, and I will be interested in trying the new formula because obviously this formula won't be available forever. So I'll try and find the new formula as soon as it comes to the UK because it's not here as far as I know. And I'll compare the two if you like, but Angie has talked about that in her sunscreen videos, Angie from Hot and Flashy. Next, I have two self-tanners. Now, do you remember that I did a big self-tanner video, my favourite self-tanners, and I have also showed you a lot of self-tanners in haul videos, and I think it's just haul videos actually. I've got some more to show you in the next haul I'm doing, the one I'm filming after this. But I have been consistently trying them all, and these two are my absolute favourite. You can probably see this one is up to there from there, and I have used this many, many times. This is one where you don't need very much. This is the Tropez Self Tan Purity Vitamins. Glow boosting vitamin C and D. The only thing about this one is there is a tiny bit of fragrance, but I have yet to find a great self tanner that doesn't have fragrance. Now I'm thinking, does this one? I don't remember it having any fragrance. Saint-Tropez are cruelty free. Do you remember I found that out and was like, wow, that's brilliant, because I love Saint-Tropez tans for the most part. This one is just amazing because there's no colour guide. You just need the tiniest amount and it kind of just slips all over your face. You know, it's one of those, but it does absorb. It doesn't stay greasy or anything like that. There's no self-tan smell on this at all. The fragrance is only very light. It's not something that's irritated my skin or that's bothered me at all, but obviously if you've got sensitive skin, be a bit careful. But I love the colour of this. I found on my testing that most of the tans I was using were just too dark. I think this is about as dark as I can go, and this tan I've got on is this Barley Body one, but I love this and I would highly recommend this. It's a kind of gel, I suppose, self-tan gel. And then I also love this one. This is the Barley Body Self-Tan Face Tan Water. So you can see it is just like water, and this is what I used last night, but I've used this 4 or 5 times at least. So I only use it on my face and neck. I don't tan all over my body all the time. I sometimes tan my arms and hands. I sometimes tan my legs and feet. I don't very often show my legs and feet, so that's why I never really bother with those. It's normally just my face and neck. But this one is so nice. It's so like light, you know, it's if you've got oily skin. And like I said, I don't think it's got, there is a slight fragrance. Like I said, I don't think I found one without any fragrance, but if you have got oily skin, this one would be really good because it does just feel like you're putting on a water. And you guys know, you're sick of hearing, I'm sure, that I have this problem with, I've got these 2 lines here, and if I put a self-tanner on that is not good, I wake up the next day and you can see the white lines. I'm sure you can probably see them a little bit, but these 2 have been the nicest, the smoothest. You know, they don't look patchy, it doesn't fade patchy, it comes off nice and evenly. Love them both. Okay, on to makeup, and the first thing I've got to show you is the Morphe palette. This is really interesting because I was watching Lisa D1 did a video of 10 things I no longer buy, something like that. Let me know if you want me to do that video because I have actually noted down, I think about 8 things so far, beauty wise, you know, and I could definitely do that kind of video. But she was saying she doesn't buy Morphe palettes anymore because she gave them all away. This is one of those products that I was kind of the opposite, in that I bought this thinking I'll try it, but I imagine it's one I'll give away. But because it's not uber expensive, I don't mind too much. But actually, I haven't taken this out of my makeup bag for months, and that's really unlike me. I swap my makeup out normally once a week at least. And I think a lot of it is to do with this colour here. No, not that colour, that colour there. It is the most perfect crease colour for me that I've ever found, and it is to me a dupe of MAC Malt. If ever you've used MAC eyeshadows, they did one in Malt, and I used to always use that in my crease, especially if you're pale, because this is just, it's a light brown. It doesn't look like anything on your finger there. You think, well, would that even show up? That's what my crease colour is today, and it's beautiful. It's just a sort of very light pinky beige, I suppose, isn't it? But it is really, really nice. And then I use, what did I use today? I used this one in the outer corner. Just make sure that, yeah, this one in the outer corner, and a little bit of this as well. Sometimes I use this one. I've used quite a few of these shadows, but they are mostly mattes. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 5 that are not matte. So there's not many non-mattes, but I really love it. I love the colours. The eyeshadows are really good. It blends really, really easily. When I put that colour on my crease, it's just like almost done, almost needs no blending. Really, really like this palette. I need to tell you the name of it, don't I? It's 18T is what this one is. The packaging is great for me, nice and lightweight. It is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 shadows. Love that. And by the way, I'm not even putting it back now. I'm putting it straight back into my bag. I'm so hot, and I don't know whether this is what would be considered a hot flash or not, because I've talked about, actually in my grieving video, a health situation that's going on with me and has been since my dad died. And the doctor was asking me if I could be menopausal, and I said I'd had no symptoms, but now with this I'm thinking, is this a hot flash, or is a hot flash even worse than this? Because it's not particularly a hot day, but the hot lights do also make you feel hot as well. Anyway, next makeup item is by e.l.f. Oh, I'm glad I'm doing little affordable ones here. This is the e.l.f. I'm pretty sure this is the under eye powder, and I'm also sure that this has a colour. Yes, it says on it here, sheer. No, just sheer. I thought it was saying sheer infinity, but it's not. It's just a combination of letters. Sheer, this one is. And this is what I've been using to set my under eye concealer. I found a really nice concealer that I like, by the way, which I'll show you in the next video, which is my haul. But that's what it looks like when it goes on. And actually what I found with this powder is I can actually use this and it gives a very slight amount of coverage, even though it says it's sheer. It's not one, like, do you know the ones that are like the Laura Mercier Invisible setting powder, I think it is. That's what I used to use under my eyes, and I do really like that. But that one is ever so slightly iridescent, and there's no coverage at all. It doesn't feel like a powder, it feels more like a highlighter. This one feels more like a powder, and I feel like it doesn't make it too bright under my eyes. Some of you might disagree. You know, I like it to be nice and bright under there. But this is what I'm using. This is what I use today, and I really like it. It seems to just set everything nicely. It doesn't sink into my lines. It doesn't make them look any worse. And yeah, love that. Next is a lipstick, and I just got the little mini one, but I think I'm actually going to buy the full size of this. This is by Australis, and this one is in Couture, and it is a tiny little lipstick. And actually it's almost coming off, but I just love this colour. So this colour, like I said, is called Couture. It's just a really nice neutral beige. Now again, some of you might think that this is a bit too light. This is what I've got on just now, but I have got this Buxom lip gloss in Bellini on top of it, but you can see the colour there. And what I love about this is it is not, I don't think they call it a matte lipstick, but it is not, it's more like a satin lipstick, but it stays on, it feels moisturising. You know, my lips don't feel tight or anything like that. Lips don't feel tight. Yeah, sometimes if I put a really matte lipstick on, my lips feel like, oh God, I need to put some lip balm on top. I don't feel like that with this one, but it also feels like it's going to stay on. And I think that's a very hard combination to get. You know, you guys were mentioning how you loved that colour I had on in my last video, the nice bright pink colour, and I love it. And I love that lipstick by NYX. It's the Shout Loud range. But it was gathering in the corners of my mouth. You know, I was constantly doing this. Obviously I edited it out, but, and I, like if I went to do something on my nose, I'd come, you know, like that, I would come away and have like red lipstick on my finger. And this one isn't like that. It seems to stay on my lips, but it doesn't feel drying. There we go. So it is Australis Girl Boss lipstick. And this one is in Couture. I mean, saying that, this little one is probably going to last. It's just the fact that, like I said, it actually came off, so it doesn't feel that secure. But yeah, there's no point in me buying a big one, is there? I've got plenty of this left. The final item I've got to tell you about is this mascara. And it's a bit odd because this is Pixi by Petra Black Lacquer Lash Primer. So it's a lash primer, and I have never been into lash primers. I bought a couple when they were, you remember they were popular, those double-ended ones, and I know there's a couple out now. It's not something I would ever buy, because to me, I've got enough to do with mascara and bronzer and blush and eyeshadow and eyebrows and all of that, that I'm not going to add in another step. I'm just not. But I bought this knowing that I would use it as a mascara. I could see the brush, you know, it was one where the brush was out, and I love this. I absolutely love it. This is the brush. So you can see it's nice and thin. It does have a little bit of a slope, which I don't normally like, and it is plastic, which I don't normally like. But this for some reason just seems to work really, really well on my lashes. And this has lasted so long. Like, I've had this in my makeup bag for months, and what I've been doing is every time I buy a new mascara or try a new one, like I tried that West 7 one, which I do really like as well, but I'll get it, try the new one for a couple of days and see what I think. If I think I'm going to enjoy it, I'll tighten up the top, put it into my drawer of mascaras, and then that will be the next one I'll use. Or if I don't like it, it will go into empties and fails and then, you know, get given away or whatever. And every time I use this, tell me if this is ever you, you're using something and thinking, right, this is, or particularly mascara, this is getting really, really dry now, I'll need to replace this soon. The next time I use it, yep, this is definitely getting too dry to use, I really should stop using this. And I just keep on using it. And it keeps on giving me okay lashes. I mean, until it gets to the point where they're really, really clumpy or I can't get any mascara out of it, I'm going to keep on using it, you know. And I really like it. And I don't like it as a primer, I just use it as a mascara. So this could well be my holy grail, but I am going to start using the West 7 one, and I've got another one from Soap and Glory, and, you know, but I really like that. I would recommend it. It does a bit of everything for me. It gave a bit of volume, it sort of separated my lashes and it sort of lengthened them a little bit. I could actually physically see that, so I suppose it's probably one that puts the tubes on maybe. It doesn't seem like it's that type of mascara, but easy to remove, you know, love everything about it. Doesn't flake underneath my eyes, doesn't smudge, all that good stuff. That's everything from my favourites. I hope you enjoyed that. I'll let you know what I'm wearing on my face. I have got on the Kiko Insta Moisture Foundation in 1.5N. Really like this foundation, it's so lovely. This is a great one for you if you've got dry skin. I haven't got many moisturising foundations because I normally like a matte foundation, but this does kind of look more matte, but it is moisturising. Love it, absolutely love it. On my eyes is the Huda Beauty. It's like a double-ended liquid eyeshadow, and this one is in Shimmering Sunset and Private Jet, and I used both. Private Jet is the colour underneath, and then Shimmering Sunset is the kind of colour I put on top that's a little bit sparkly. On my cheeks is the Hourglass blush in Radiant Magenta. On my lips, you know, is that Girl Boss plus that liquid lipstick. Don't know where the earrings are from. I often get asked about these hair accessories. I did link them in the summer hairstyles video. I'll try and link that actually, because a lot of people ask about my hair as well, but it also has these little hair jewels linked in it. So that's everything. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon.